I want to talk about a feud that happened in the Dead by Daylight community, and I would have done a video about this a lot sooner when it was a lot more recent, but a lot of the evidence suddenly just went down, right? And all the parties involved are dishonest actors as far as I'm concerned, and I've lost my respect for all of them. I had some respect for Manfacejay because I thought he was sticking up for himself against a bigger Twitch streamer, but he sold out in the end. So it was basically a feud between Ayrun, one of the biggest Dead by Daylight players on social media, and Manfacejay, someone who's a lot smaller, right? And Spooknjukes got involved. So this is Manfacejay. He's a lot smaller, right? Just so you can visualize who he is. This is Ayrun. This is his channel, over 500,000 subs. And this is Spooknjukes, and he's a politician, social chameleon, as far as I'm concerned. I've got no respect for any of them whatsoever. So I'm not going to go into too much details about the original feud, but I will recap it. So Ayrun and Manfacejay encountered each other in a Dead by Daylight game, and it was on both the Twitch channels. They were streaming on Twitch at the time, and Ayrun ended up losing. He ended up doing badly because he got cocky, tried to do his usual bully the killer tactics, and they backfired on him. And he ended up in the basement against Manfacejay, who was a bubba. So it was over. It was over. Okay. And the fanboys brigaded, the Ayrun fanboys brigaded Manfacejay's channel. Okay. And because big streamers and big YouTube content makers are going to have a cult personality going on, right? If you criticize the creators, they're going to get attacked. So Manfacejay did a reply video to Ayrun. Okay, now this isn't too interesting so far, but there was a video that Manfacejay made. So this is the original thumbnail. I do remember this video. It's one of the first videos I saw Manfacejay's, if not the first. It's because he was at 1,000 subs when I discovered his channel. He's a lot bigger now. Salty entitled Ayrun streamer copyright strike attack. Takedown issued by Ayrun. You received a copyright strike. This is the actual image of the thumbnail used. I remember this thumbnail. Unfortunately, the video's taken down. Manfacejay took it down himself. It wasn't copyright strikes. It had evidence exposing Ayrun's toxic behaviour, because a false copyright strike is disgusting. It's manipulative and disgusting, and it's just one of the lowest tactics you can do as a creator. And it was over Manfacejay making Ayrun look silly. Ayrun ranted in his Twitch stream, said silly entitled stuff, and his community gave Manfacejay grief, right, on his social media. That's what happened. There's no reason to copyright strike him. No copyright was broken. Fortunately, the video is unavailable. Dead by Daylight videos by Manfacejay. Okay. Video's unavailable, fortunately. So I think this is a recap of the video. I wish I had the raw footage, but I don't own. So I had to review the original video that I put out. A few days after we released the original, it received a copyright strike from Ayrun, immediately putting one of three attacks on my channel that I had to proceed to remove via legal measures. He had to take legal action. It blew my mind that such a well-archived content creator would outright try to mute anything being reviewed about them as a creator, as well as opinions and responses to their behaviour in the game. Ayrun has made a big career off the back of annoying and making fun of elements of the game. I simply serve to do the same, including anything silly creators say or do in the stream. Literally what he does. Anyway, I wanted to make more people aware that this happened and shed a fresh light. Look at this goldmine of content. Manfacejay. Okay, so there's some comments here that you can look at yourself. Right? But here's the one. Gotta keep milking the Ayrun drama, I guess. That was a very common reply from the Ayrun cultists, right? Because bringing light to a big-time creator who abused copyright strikes, that's not drama. That's not milking the drama. That's pointing out the truth, right? So, and here's some more just comments criticising the copyright strike. But the cultists said things like that, accusing Manfacejay of creating drama. Okay, so, and there's a few videos dealing with this. I think Manfacejay managed to get the copyright strike removed by legal measures. Now, this is off my memory because the videos are gone. Manfacejay took them down himself. Now, this is off my memory as well, but I do know this happened. Okay, for some reason, Spooknjukes went after Manfacejay suddenly. Right, he was being hypercritical of him, and I tried getting Spooknjukes awareness over Ayrun's behaviour because I thought he's a big time creator. He calls out toxic creators, right? Okay, all the time. He calls out toxic creators all the time. Really nasty people who stalk people, swear at people, just rant on the streams. So I thought, right, he might be willing to expose Ayrun and expose his false copyright strikes. I made multiple comments, didn't pay any attention to it. He may have missed them, but I highly doubt it. And he did one video, from my memory, backing Ayrun and gaslighting and lying about the incident. He accused Manfacejay of being obsessed with Ayrun. So he just erased all the context. Erasing the context of something is one of the most insidious, manipulative lies you can do, right? And Manfacejay apparently had some meltdown on some of the games on Twitch stream. He really complained about some other players, and Spooknjukes jumped on that and was hypercritical about it, right? And was like really scrutinising him. Now, again, the evidence is gone. They took the videos down. Okay, and then Manfacejay and Spooknjukes quote unquote made up. They did a hangout where they made up with each other, and they brushed it under the carpet. They brushed it under everything under the rug, including Ayrun's copyright strike, right? And Manfacejay basically sucked up to Spooknjukes. I'm really grateful you gave me this chance to speak. Blah blah blah. And he basically admitted in the hangout that he was scared that his Twitch and YouTube career was under threat from all the negative attention he was getting from this, right? So he did a complete 180. Instead of calling Ayrun out, he backed down. And I thought, oh, right, what a social chameleon this guy is. And a lot of the videos went down right away. And Manfacejay did a video explaining why he took the videos down. That video's down as well. He just dismissed it as drama, mental health, moving on, all these bland platitudes. So what I think happened is, let's recap. Ayrun did a false copyright strike on Manfacejay, right? And it was on the record. The thing is, Manfacejay's channel was growing. It was small. It could be ignored, but it was gaining traction. I think it from 1K to nearly 10K. It was growing, and that video exposing Ayrun's behaviour was on there, right? It was on there, okay. And it was an albatross around Ayrun's neck, right? He's got a cult following. He's got the cultists. The pay pigs will just follow him no matter what. But it would have made him look bad and ruined his reputation. So, for whatever reason, Spooknjukes had his back and went after Manfacejay. And the scrutiny from Spooknjukes unnerved Manfacejay. He backed down. They made up, and he took the videos down. Now, the excuse that Ayrun made for the copyright strikes was, oh, one of my subs lied to me and said Manfacejay broke my copyright on this video, and I reported the video. That's what he said as an excuse, which is obviously a lie, right? Now, the disturbing thing about this is the memory hole aspect. It's the memory hole aspect of this. It's down the memory hole. All the evidence, most of the evidence is gone. There's only scant traces of the evidence left, right? Like this thread here and this thumbnail here, okay? And I'm going to look for, trying to find as much evidence as possible and put in the video description. So just to prove by high probability what I'm saying is absolutely true. My memory may be faulty on some things, but 90% of what I'm saying, 95% of what I'm saying is true, right? The rest of the 5% is not true. It's just mistakes. I'm misremembering it. But the copyright strike did happen. It was done by a big content creator. Now, I'm going to talk about Manfacejay and his motive for being a coward, right? Ayrun is just a psychopath who's copyright striking people. And Spooknjukes is just a politician, social chameleon who punches down, right? What he does, like, some mentally ill person or some lunatic rants and raves on a Twitch stream and abuses other people on Twitch streams, he'll do a video about it, calling it problematic, calling it out. But he won't do a video on Ayrun's copyright strike, and he'll go after Manfacejay instead. So he's a social chameleon, clout chaser, politician. That's what he is, right? So he's very disingenuous as far as I'm concerned. I've lost all respect for him. I don't have any respect for Ayrun. Never had much for him anyway, but I didn't particularly dislike him. And I've lost all respect for Manfacejay because Manfacejay, if you watch his Twitches and YouTube videos, you'll know that he quit his job and he took up a career in streaming on Twitch instead. Okay? And what he's doing, he's knuckling under, he's conforming, he's suppressing the truth, he's letting a false copyright striker get away with their crime. Okay? So he can just fit in. He's probably networking, he's social networking with Ayrun and Spooknjukes now, so he can up his status, up his game, get more prestige, grow his channel, not end this feud and not have the cultists go after him, the Ayrun cultists, not strike his channel, because there were a lot of cultists. They didn't bother looking at the evidence, and there's probably a lot of Spooknjuke cultists as well. They didn't look at the evidence and just went off Manfacejay in the comments and said all sorts of shit based on nothing. But Manfacejay folded. He folded, right? He folded to protect his career and earn more money. And he went against the truth. Okay? And another disturbing aspect of this is the comments in the makeup video, right? And the makeup video between Spooknjukes and Ayrun, I actually found the most infuriating thing about it, because there's just lots of comments going, oh, this is so wholesome, people getting past the beef and making up. So it's just gaslighting. Even ignorant people don't know what's going on, or it's just gaslighting, sweeping underneath the rug. This was all about a false copyright strike. Look, false copyright strikes are serious when YouTube creators do them. Someone called Mundane Matt had his YouTube channel destroyed over a false copyright strike. Oh, his reputation destroyed. He lost so many subscribers when it was found out he was a false copyright striker. He lost hundreds of thousands of subscribers, right? I think his channel was still about. He survived. He rebranded himself, but he was greatly diminished. His career was badly damaged by the copyright, being caught out doing a copyright strike. Okay, the same could have happened to Ayrun, but Spooknjukes had his back and he jumped in. And the problem is, people are by group consensus. They're not by ethics. They're not by principles. They're not about facts. They say, oh, Ayrun's a big person. I'm going to worship him. I'm going to take his side. I'm going to believe his narrative. I'm not going to look at the evidence. So what if he did a false copyright strike? I like him. Blah, blah, blah. That's what it is. But the same person who thinks that, if someone else did a copyright strike and they didn't like him, they'd rage against them and call him a scumbag. So they don't care about principles. It's about who they like. And Manfacejay is a sellout. That's what he is. He's a sellout, right? And this is a problem with the internet in general and YouTube in general. YouTube was ruined when Patreon became the norm, right? When Twitch became the norm, when pay pigs became the norm. That's what the followers are, unfortunately, the pay pigs. When they became the norm, they're all ruined as far as I'm concerned. Because the financial motive drives people away from the truth. It pressures them to conform and fit in. It pressures them to lie if the lie puts them at risk. It disincentivizes them to fight for the truth, unfortunately. And a lot of people are like that. They'll fold. They'll fold. And the nature of many subscribers and content viewers has been revealed to this by me as well. They don't care about the truth either. They care about worshipping famous YouTube celebrities and throwing principles under the bus, discarding principles. Oh, isn't it so wholesome they made up? No. A copyright striker has gotten away with it. Ayrun has gotten away with it. He's still growing. He's still famous. He's still pretty much well regarded by a lot of people. He got away with his false copyright strike. Right? So that's all for now. Over and out.